Hi, thanks for checking out our channel. This is going to be a repair video on a Parmak Solar Pack 6. Parmak's P-A-R-M-A-K, Parmak, not Paramount. Parmak, it's Parmak. That's how that's spelled, and that's how they're pronouncing it at the factory. Anyways, this is a 6-volt solar unit. We're gonna gotta install a new board. This thing's all water damaged. Note on it says it wouldn't come on at all. They tried a new battery and that didn't fix it. Well, I opened it up and it is ate up. So I see all this white corrosion stuff inside there. Moisture got to it somehow. You know, these things are solar, meant to be outside, but I don't know how in the hell water got in it. But that's what did it in. So we got to put a new board in there and call it done. And then I imagine the transformer's probably fine. That rust on the transformer, not going to phase it much at all. There's a little bit of change that might happen with the unit, but it's not going to make a difference with the way the thing performs and all that. It's going to be just fine, so don't worry about that. Anyways, I got to get another board for it. And I'm trying to find the board. Just drop the board and break anything on it. Hopefully not. Well, there's the new board. You can see how much things have changed. This thing's a 2010 model based on the stamp. And there's the old board. They've made two new boards since this one. This is 2 generations ago, based on how it looks. This is a current generation. Way different than what it looks like. The other generation after this board looks very, very similar, but it does have a few little tweaks and changes and layout changes in it. But we're going to install this new board in the thing. I don't like these new boards. They're okay. I mean, they seem to be so far okay. I mean, they had some issues with the first variation of this new board. I think they've made some changes to that board that's made them better. But installing them's a real treat. So the old ones were basically, I mean, if you want to get down to the nitty-gritty of a plug-and-play deal, these require a little bit of soldering and some know-how. And you can't get that generation of board. Can't get them anymore. They went to this generation and that's all they got, from what I can tell. So we got to start installing the wiring for it. This is the feedback wire that tells the gauge what to do. We're going to run that in here. And then we got to do some soldering as well in a little bit. But let's get this stuff and some of this wiring installed, and we got to get some jumper leads installed. That's what I do because it just makes it easier for installation purposes. I've done enough of these now. I kind of have it memorized which wire goes where and how and what to do. Switch over here. Hopefully the switch is good. Let's check that switch real quick and see if it's good, because with moisture being here, they've got a newer switch since this one was made. But we're going to check this switch real quick, because if it needs to be changed, we'll change it too. Because with the moisture being here, it could have rusted up, corroded the contacts inside the switch. Switch is turned on. Switch is turned off. Now the switch is good. Okay, let's get my jumper or my get my roll of wire here. We're going to start making our pigtails. Now we're going to have to trim off. I usually make these wires a little long. Now it's cutting the length. So I don't think I haven't talked to the customer yet about this one, so I'm assuming he's going to fix it. And these things are a couple, $200, $225 for a new unit. It doesn't cost a whole heck of a lot to fix these things. Just a little elbow grease and time and parts. So I don't think he even knew that this thing was water damaged. I mean, this thing's 14 years old, so who knows, water could have got into it, 13 and a half years ago, and just now caused trouble. Who knows? Alright, so let's get this one squared away, because this one here, I gotta cut the wire length because that's way too much. Twist these together. Is this the right one? I think it is. Green wire over here. Strip it back. Twist around it as well. And then I'm going to solder iron. I mean, the cork gasket's in good shape too, so I don't see any flat spots or wore out spots or thin spots in the cork gasket. So I don't know. Just one of them things, I guess. Right conditions, I guess, cause water to get in the thing. A little hot. Solder those together. I'll put some heat shrink over there in a minute. Okay, next is our yellow wire. So I see I got quite a bit of that left over. I don't need that much. We're gonna back it up there. We'll strip back a little bit of each. Now I'll do some soldering and heat shrinking here before too long. Those two are going to go together. And let's see what's the next batch of stuff. So I think it's this. So we're going to, I think that'll be, we'll cut off a little bit. And then we'll strip back a little bit there. There. Cut off a little bit of that. That'll go there. Let's see, next one. We got way too much on this one. See, these technically could reach in there, but I'm going to cut these length too just a little bit. We're going to go over here, and then we'll just cut it right there. Strip back a little bit on each of those. And we'll I'll just solder all of them up at once. And then after I get done soldering all of them, I'll put slight heat shrink down on everything. And then we'll slide the heat shrink up and heat shrink all of them. I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to tin these wires. I think I got some of the wires a little bit too much exposed, but I can always trim it off. Come on. We'll make it work. All right. Ow. There's one. Some wires out of the way to poke me in the hand. This is called tinning wires. If you want to know the technical term of or technique of that. Basically, we're heating the wire up. We're putting the solder on one side of the wire, and the solder flows towards the heat. So you don't paintbrush the solder on there. That's a bad technique to have. You heat up from the back side, and as it heats up, just add solder to the opposite side. That flows through towards the wire, towards the solder iron on the other side, so it coats the whole thing. Okay. Alright, let me get my heat shrink out. I'll buy this big kit with a bunch of different sizes in it, or all pre-cut, but usually I don't need as big of a piece that they're giving me. So usually, lengthwise. And I don't care what color the wires are on there, or what color this stuff is. As long as I know which wire goes where, I don't care what color it is, because as long as it's wired right, no matter what color it is, it could be neon pink for all I care. Let's see. I'm gonna need a bigger piece on. Won't fit over there. That's gonna be too tight. Let's go. That'll work. Slide that over the switch there. Slide this over the switch here. Slide this over the power cord or battery cord. Where's the white one at? Battery, switch, battery, switch, and that one. I think we're good. Alright, so the first one I was going to go start way over here. Whatever, we'll find one of these. Alright, so let's snip off a little bit of that one. Ain't that much exposed. Should be able to add a little solder to our iron. Hold them side by side real close, heat them both at the same time, and the solder should just fuse them together. And let's make sure that there's no gaps. Looks like one solid piece, which it does. We'll do this one next. That one. Okay, let's see. Oh shit, wrong one. Crossed me up on the wrong one. Okay. Switch wires together. Not like that. Come on, separate. That's good. That's good. That's good. Now I need a piece of solder for that too. Or not solder, but heat shrink for that one too. Let's see. That's a little kind of oversized, so we'll go smaller. Put that over like that. Alright, so let's slowly heat shrink everything. Hot. Alright, so now we'll do the yellow one. Oh shit. It got a little hot and it pre-shrinked that one. So I'm going to start sliding all the other ones over. Alright. Should be good to go. I'm going to fix this terminal here though. This one here is a little loose. It doesn't loosen up on me from the inside. Okay, let's apply power. It's a 6 volt. Yeah, 6 volt. Gauge a little faded, but can't help that on this version. Let's put power to it. Put black to black, red to red. We got 6.7 volts on the power supply. Put the switch on, connect it up. Should go to clicking. There she goes. Well, test the output real quick, voltage wise, see what we're reading. Alright, let's see, open circuit, no load. Come on. Looking at about 6,000 volts coming out of it. Good to go there. It's for curiosity's sake. Let's see what kind of spark this unit throws. I'm going to get a piece of wire here. And I'm going to go across. Actually, just turn it off. Let's do it this way instead of wasting wire. So not like it's going to knock you to the ground and make you crap yourself or anything, but definitely make you lock your teeth up for a second. Psychological shock more than anything. Make it where the person or the animal doesn't want to do it again. Alright, well, there you go. We are done. I think we're just going to clean it up here on the bench. I was going to put some nuts and bolts in there to hold it all together. And we'll call the customer up and give them the quote. I'm sure they'll fix it. 95% of these get fixed in all these models and sent back out. Very rare do we throw one away. So if you got one, send it to us for repair. We'd have to take a look at it for you. There's our information right there. There are links in the description below. Fencerfixer.com is our website. And until next time, we'll see you later on.